For my multimedia project and my research paper, I decided to do Should College Athletes Get Paid? This is a very controversial topic with both sides, but I personally do not agree with one side or another. There's many reasons why they do deserve to get paid. Above is a slide of why they do deserve to. Next is a slide above why they don't deserve to get paid and reasons why they don't. Above, I talk about a movie that was released on HBO called The Scheme and past scandals that have happened in the NCAA. Hey guys, Dylan Biddle here. Before I get into my topic, I want to explain how I'm going to do this presentation. So my topic is college athletes getting paid, and it's a pretty debatable topic, so I'm just going to explain it as like a talk show host and kind of explain both sides, the NCAA's perspective and the difficulty choosing a side, instead of interviewing someone who just gives one perspective on their opinion and such like that. So, like I said, I'm doing college athletes. Do they deserve to get paid? It's a very, very debatable and popular topic that's been up in the sports world for the past 5 years or so. While both sides do provide great points and examples of why they do deserve to get paid, you also have to kind of realize the behind the scenes of both. As a college athlete myself, playing baseball, and many of my friends who also run D1, D2, D3, junior college sports, playing a sport in college is like a job. You wake up, either go to class or study hall, or class or lift again. Then you have lunch. You either have class or practice, and then usually you have practice, and then a mandatory study hall. So that's about a 12-hour day, just constantly going, while an average student is wake up, class, eat, class, and then you're done for the day. But at the same time, you're receiving a scholarship, getting free meal plans, books, free rooming, while a lot of other students have to pay for that. So that's why it's kind of in the air. Do they deserve to? Like, also, the NCAA is a $1 trillion industry, getting money all for the players, which, as a player's perspective, if you're in the NCAA tournament, millions of people are watching that game, and you're just there playing basketball and not receiving anything, no benefits, none of that. So at the same time, like, they deserve to, but at the same time, it's kind of like they don't, because they get so much out of it. As for me, I do believe athletes deserve to get paid, but at the same time, I'm kind of skeptical about it, because how much is going on as an athlete that you realize, like, I don't really need all this. But if one day the NCAA was to decide to pay athletes, it would be a positive, because it would bring less scandals to the NCAA that they had to worry about. Like, for example, this year, there's a Memphis basketball player. He's the top recruit in the country, James Wiseman. Before he got into Memphis, he was receiving benefits from head coach of Memphis, Penny Hardaway, and that ruined his season. So he was suspended indefinitely for the season. Now, if they were to receive pay, he would be able to play, obviously. But since that happened, it kind of ruined his chances of playing for a national championship and all that. So like I was saying, it's difficult choosing a side. It's difficult choosing a side because many good reasons why they do deserve to get paid, and many reasons why they don't. So if one person from say you're in the NCAA board, if one person brought up a point saying why they do deserve to, but at the same time someone else is like, well, no, you're going to have so many people just clashing heads and not decide on one thing. So right now it's good that they're not deserving pay, but like once the topic gets more relevant and like laws are passed on it, it will be getting more and more ramped up, and you'll see many issues going into that. Finally, I just want to explain the NCAA's perspective. The NCAA is acclaimed to be non-for-profit, even though they're a $3 trillion industry. So if many athletes believe the NCAA is corrupt because they do certain things that don't help the athlete, which at times is true, but they also have to realize that there's 3 divisions in the NCAA. One is like a Penn State, Delaware, big school. D2 is like Goldie Peak, Westchester University, like that, and D3 is like a Wesley College, Newman University, Cabrini University. D3s cannot receive scholarships. D2s can and D1s can. So at that point, who are you going to pay out of the three divisions? I looked it up. There was about a couple like 10 to 20,000 athletes in the entire NCAA. Baseball has, you just have to think of the numbers. Baseball has a lot of numbers. Football has a lot of numbers. That's a lot of money you're going to give out to student athletes in three divisions. So that's a really big decision the NCAA has to decide in probably the coming years, because in California they passed a law that student athletes are able to make profit off their name. So if you were to make a t-shirt, say Goldie Beacon Baseball, my number, I'm able to sell that and receive profit. But since that passing, the NCAA is going to have a lot on their plate to decide from now on, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do.